Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Chronicles of Cass. I'm Cass and it's been a minute. Last year I got crazy busy with graduate school and just life in general, but now I'm back. I have new camera equipment that I'm excited to use, and I'm just looking forward to just having fun with creating videos as a hobby. So today I wanted to bring to you all a quick book review of the books that I've recently read since the summer started. I'm taking the whole semester off, so I've had a little bit of extra free time outside of work just to delve into some good books. The overarching theme of all of these books is that love can be nurtured and built. However, trust is a true common denominator to see if a relationship can work. Starting with Big Girl Blitz, it was such a heartwarming read and a great close to the Curve series. I felt like it had a deeper, meaningful message behind it compared to the first two books, but it's definitely a book that you need to take your time on. I gave it 5 stars, and let me first just tell you a little bit about it. Because life's too short and mean girls ain't Jasmine Payne fled her hometown and the fat folks who made her life hell the minute she graduated high school. Growing up, her haven was her Aunt Addison, and when her health takes a drastic turn, she insists that Jazz should spice up her life. Emphasis on spice. But dating is the last thing Jazz has on her mind. Until Lamar Jackson sits next to her at a local sports bar. He is sexy, fun, and refreshingly drama-free. With him, she's able to pretend that everything is all right. But as real life intrudes, Jazz has to decide if she can leave the past where it belongs for a love that she deserves. I can't tell you how many times I cried with this book. Aunt Addison is the best supporting character that I've read in a very long time. She just gave her the push that she needs in order to learn and how to love herself again, learn how to trust herself again, to how to extend that to another person in order to have a relationship. I would definitely recommend the Curve series as a whole, but this read in general is definitely one that you should pick up. Now, I recently went to the Black Romance Book Festival this year, and I picked up the rest of the Rise and Fall series by A.E. Valdez. And as soon as I got back and I added it to my collection, I knew I wanted to finish up this series. First, we have a novella that wraps up Harlow and Aeson's story. It's called The Beginning of Forever, and it says Harlow and Aeson have their happily ever after, or so they thought. When their wedding is in jeopardy from outside forces and well-meaning family members, they decide to take matters into their own hands and escape to the Oregon coast. Follow their journey from there to the beginning of forever. This novella was a nice change of pace compared to the other books in the series. It was a great, very short read just to delve into some of the other characters that are mentioned in the first 2 books. Also gave an interesting introduction to the characters in A Worthy Love by A.E. Valdez, and the found family dynamic is one of my favorite tropes, and Valdez always delivers in that sense. Now, transitioning over to A Worthy Love, we have publicly humiliated Marissa Banks is blindsided by the news that the man she's been dating for months is married. Being called names she wouldn't wish on anyone in front of a room full of people by her boyfriend's wife is enough to shake her identity to its foundations. In an attempt to rebuild, she makes a few questionable decisions. Asher Blaine is one of them. He's intelligent and sexy, but the pedestal he's got himself on is unshakable, or so he thinks. Marissa asks for one thing he can't deny her, even if it's the craziest thing he ever done. She wants one night, his best 8 hours, and damn if he doesn't deliver. The next morning, her bubble is shattered by his loud mouth, and Marissa retaliates with a stiletto and a remote. The best night of her life is over, and she's more than happy to walk away a free woman. Asher's job sends him to Marissa City, and when they cross paths again, it's Asher's turn to take an offer. And just like him, she can't refuse. Will her worst nightmare and his complicated past ruin what they're building, or can they lean on one another to make it through? I love The Worthy Love, and it was just another 5-star read for me. Marissa and Asher's story gave me laughs, gasps, and heart palpitations at times. Was there drama? Absolutely. And if this book was even longer, I would still read it because it's a little thick. I love the development of the FMC and the MMC, and just seeing how their relationship transitions from, a fun deal, just something friends with benefits, to something more. And just to see Asher grow out of his character just a little bit, or so we think, what he's hiding beyond the surface just comes out, and how he truly loves Marissa for who she is and will do anything to protect her and support her. But Marissa is still her independent self and finding herself and true to herself. It's just such a great inspirational read in order to see how love can prevail even in the most unorthodox ways. Now transitioning to another one of my favorite authors, Casey Mills. This is the book 2 in her collective series, and Casey Mills has a different approach when it comes to love, and this whole series is just interesting to see how you have badass FMCs and how you have strong-minded MMCs and how these two come together in each of the books. This is Dawning and Resurgence, and it's Ezekiel's story. He is introduced in the first book as a supporting character in Shadows and Whispers. I listened to Shadows and Whispers through audiobook last year. It was a great audiobook, and I bought the physical version of the book at BRBF this year, so that is now in my collection. But I was really excited to read this. This was the third book I read when I came back from the festival. A little bit about it. It says, I'll never ask you to be with me, to love me, to appreciate me and what I have to offer. Everything I do will be for you. I will be unabashedly devoted to making you happy. The choice will always have to be yours. But if you continue to choose me, I promise to give you everything I am, everything I will ever be, everything you can't even imagine. There will never be a moment in your life where you will ever question where I stand with you, how I feel, or whether I choose you. But I'll never ask, Jory. I can't. The choice will always be yours, Ezekiel. You'll never have to ask because the decision has already been made. I've already chosen you, Ezekiel, and my choice is never changing, Jory. This is our story. The Amari women are badass FMCs. They take no shit from no one. It doesn't matter if it's a parent, if it is a colleague, they're going to handle themselves for themselves and to protect their men. On the other hand, you will never question if the Amari men can protect their women. They do some questionable things in order to prove themselves to their ladies. I definitely recommend this for people who are somewhat into dark romance, who enjoy those underground, somewhat illegal activity type books, and just to see how love can be transformed and grow out of the most random places. Switching the pace a little bit, we have The 7-Month Itch by Tanvier Peart. This is the first book in the Chance at Love series, and it is the highly entertaining rom-com that I've been anticipating to read for a very long time. I've seen it on Instagram a lot and on TikTok a lot. And at BRBF, I had to get this book and to meet the author. So I had a chance and I got a signed copy. I really enjoyed this read. I gave this read 4 stars. Second chance romances typically get a bad rep because of the miscommunication trope. I'm not gonna lie, it did annoy me just a little bit, but I realized that it was a part of the plot and it didn't take away from my enjoyment of the book. Our FMC, she is quirky. She has very hilarious, intrusive thoughts. And it was just amazing to see myself in a character. And it gave me motivation to keep through reading with the book. I'm not gonna lie, the first half of the book, I really couldn't stand the MMC Terrence. But he did grow on me as the plot thickened. As we see some of the background get exposed and the complexities of the characters be revealed, it was just amazing to see how 2 characters can somewhat be in love, but can't stand to be around each other, but yearn to be with each other. And just to see how they reunite, plus their best friends and other supporting characters in the book. A lot of times I was just like, how did she even think to write this? How did she even put this in here and to make it work? But it does work. It's a great book. I can't wait to get into more of her writing. A little bit about the book. It says 7 days, one relentless best friend. A singles retreat in the middle of nowhere. My future ex-husband decides to attend. What could go wrong? Note to self. When your best friend of 20 years shows up at your door and tells you to pack, run. It's an ambush, not your annual girl trip. I wasn't fast enough, so here I am at a 7-day singles retreat in Val, Colorado, 1,011 miles away from home in my comfort zone. Emma knows I'm not ready to entertain the idea of meeting one man, let alone a herd of bachelors. No dating playbook for single women on the brink of divorce could prepare for this winter escape, or a man who descends from the elevator after we arrive. My estranged husband, a man I've loved since college, a man who's shattered my heart that's yet to heal. This is the first time we've laid eyes on each other since I've left him 7 months ago. Rage, hurt, betrayal. I feel it all. So why do my thighs clench at the memory of his touch? Based on his gaze, I won't survive the week. I definitely recommend The 7-Month Itch for people who enjoy Emily Henry or Abby Jimenez's writing. The rom-com was very entertaining and it just kept pushing and pushing the norm of rom-coms. I can definitely see this being developed into a TV show or even a movie, and I can't wait to get into Tanvier Peart's backlist even more. So that's it. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.